Hello everyone, and welcome to my second Let's Play. I'm the Halfbreed on YouTube, and I have done the beginnings of one other Let's Play, Dragon Age Origins, which is still being completed. But I figured, hey, why not? I like this game, I like Dragon Age Origins, why not just play them right next to each other? There are a few things. This is going to be a little bit more different than Dragon Age Origins. For one thing, this one's going to be a bit more roleplay. I'm not entirely sure what direction it's going to go, so we're all going to have to figure it out as things go along. But it should be a bit more involved, and instead of just having my opinion, which is obviously very, very goody two-shoes, being predictable at all times, it should be interesting, or at least different. Let's go with normal. Chance my butt being kicked.
From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable faith of... But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious, but the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Garan? Could even be a Jotun.
Aha.
Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Just as a note, that a Jotun isn't obviously a race that is available here. It's a very big and very annoying enemy, or at least I find them annoying. So I really enjoy the Kingdoms of Amalur. Like, I think that there's a ton of lore, and I just love places where I can dive into that. I mean, so that obviously makes me like an Elder Scrolls player as well, but the whole races selection lacks the enormous amount of lore that most of the games have. As you hear about the different races, just the beginning here, you get these quick descriptions like, the Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Many Almain come from the Feyland seeking freedom, while honoring the traditions of their homeland, and then you see the bonuses that you get. So that's about as much as you get to learn about the mortal races. And you never really hear about it afterwards, except little mentions, like there's a thief-ish character that... What is she? Yeah, I think she's one of these, and they're like, oh, she's part of those people, of course she's like that. No, was it this one? It's this one. Sorry! See? I can't even remember which ones are supposed to be all sneaky. Students of magic and diplomacy. Persuasion, sagecraft, stealth. I have played the beginning of this game before, and I enjoy the gameplay, but there are things that I haven't gotten into before. Like alchemy, blacksmithing, and sagecraft. I have never touched. So I'd like to get in at least one of those. In fact, I think it'd be nice to see what happens if I try and make my own, my own weaponry and my own armor. That's the only one with a blacksmithing perk. Although, if I'm honest, I do like to sneak up behind people and stab them in the back. You know, in games. Alchemy, dispelling. Detect hidden is fun, especially if you like treasure, but there's really no shortage of money that I have ever detected. Lockpicking, mercantile, so I think that'll make me an Almain, because I have at least a couple of bonuses that I've never ever played with before. Next! Now each one of them has, well, not each, they're not all different, but they're not all the same. Like these guys, they have gods that will give you different perks depending on which one that you pray to. Yeah, so these guys have, the Almain have the god of fire, wisdom, war, order, and justice. Wow, these are very order and war driven people. Goodness gracious. And if you choose none, you get an extra experience bonus. So if I can show you, see, fire, water, war, they have some of the same ones, but some different ones, like the god of mischief. I wonder what they all have. Earth, air, wisdom, more order, and justice. Wisdom, love. Haven't seen that one before. Aurelia, goddess of love and beauty. Interesting. Lopoku. Just call him Loki and get it over with. Ooh, and fate. How fitting. But I am an Almain. So, what am I going to put the beginning of this character on? Let's see. God of fire and patron of the forge. Goddess of wisdom and art. Which is personally appealing, but I'm not playing me. God of war, battle, and tactics. God of order and justice. And then the perks. Fire damage, fire resistance, makes sense. 10% mana. I'm going to avoid ones that have like too specific a boost. Like 10% mana is obviously for very sorcery characters, and the one thing I do know for certain about this character is that I want to show all sides of the battle, which means I may not get to the biggest stuff by the end of this. I probably will. because I'll be doing a lot. I like poking my nose in all sorts of information. And quests and everything. But, I will be having a balance of the 3 types of fighting that you can have in this, and you'll see what I mean by that later if you haven't seen that before in this game. Or if you haven't seen this game before. Health is sort of an all-around thing. Health and mana. You know, I think I'm gonna go with the God of Fire, Vrakor. Just because it makes sense, especially since I want to start making my own armor and weapons and stuff. I want to learn Sagecraft too. Which sort of character I want to start off with? That's charming right there. I'm really mean. Don't pay attention to me. Very strict looking lady. School teacher-ish. Oh, whatever, they're not permanent. Because then you get to go into the more specific areas. T. So let's have you look at me. It's not an extremely overwhelming series of choices, but they do give you at least some different options. And let's see, I have the option of being white as paper, or darker, or different shades. Holy heck! Cool! But not as dark. It's a bit too dark for me. I do want them to have some shade to their skin, especially if they're going to be working on a forge, and I think there should be fine. Can I? Nope, can't zoom in. Okay. Green, blue, silver. Woo! Yellow, gray. Let's see here. I always like striking eyes. If I can't see what the color is, I don't find a point in it. Which would lead me to like either that, or, whoa, that, or that. So the gray, the yellow, or that is the one I'm looking for, right? Yep. And there's more bluish color. This person is currently a blank slate, so the gray might actually be fitting. Yeah, why not? All symbolic in that. I am so not an eyeshadow kind of person. I know, you can tell that from the other one. I was trying to be fancy with the other one. This one, I'm a little bit more shy. At least it's not nearly as bright. Oh. Okay. Do I have to? What if I don't want to? No, fine. It's fine the way it is. Again, I'm not particularly fancy. Oh, dear lord, yes. Let's give this person purple lips. That'll be fun. Man, I don't know. Sure, why not? Alright, face, hair. Put you at the beginning. And of course you'll notice this is a more cartoony style. So if you're one of the people out there who does not like that, is not okay with WoW, is not okay with WildStar or any other game that's more cartoony, then it'll probably grate on your nerves the entire time you're watching or later on playing. Seems very simple. Interesting. Bald. Completely bald. And it's not even the last option, that's different. Simply long hair. Mohawk. Okay. I would like the hair out of her face. Not exactly out of her face. Yeah, that can be a well enough default. Of course, technically I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have a hairstyle, considering she somehow died. I don't think anyone took the time to put her hair up. Yeah, sure. Let's be semi-realistic and just have the hair down. And color. Woo! My favorite! But it's not gonna work this time. Because it's not me. It's weird not being me. Do I even care? I have no idea what sort of character I'm going for in the first place. That's actually kind of cool. But will it work? I have no idea. Ah, the tortures of being a girl who cares about looks. Not overly so, but I love creating characters. Eyebrow color. Yes, the eyebrow color might want to match. Oh dear. I'm gonna change the hair for a little bit so that I can see the accessories. I think we're gonna stick with that one. Oops. There you go. That and that. I think I might just stick with something more simplistic. Or maybe not at all, until she gets a personality. You can change the accessories and the hairstyle later on. Yeah, let's have that. It's simple. Tattoo? Of course, you know nothing about this character's past. And considering I haven't finished the game, I can't really set things up. Can't be like, by the way, she was a mercenary until she was 20. That's sort of broken logic. You know what I mean. Woo! All crowned and stuff, actually, now that it's this way, I have to... Because if you can't see it, what's the point? Cool. Some of these are actually really nice. If I didn't like a clean face, I might get one myself. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Sure. Why not? Should Make it a different color from her hair at the very least. Honestly, I think black is just a nice default. So there we are, our character. And we don't even know her name.
One of the human women. Looks Almain to me, and in good shape. These Almain women, wound tighter than a Varani crossbow.
Excuse you.
All right then, make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
And with that nice little bit of dialogue, we're given the option to name the character. Now, I consulted with a friend. I held her at gunpoint. Well, that's irrelevant. Either way, she offered up a few names. And I chose, which as I understand is pronounced Astria. I was curious. I decided to look it up since it was like one of many names on the list. And found out that the name itself means star. It comes from Greek origins. The name was originally a Greek goddess of justice and innocence. And then I think the Wikipedia entry goes on to say that when wickedness took root in the world, she left the earth and became the constellation Virgo. It's just something interesting. Absolutely no promises that the character will be nice. But, you know, who knows? Innocence and justice and all that. Sounds a little bit too much like me.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Thanks. I hate this part. I hope you're not squeamish. Ugh. Oh, that's disgusting. So disgusting. Blech. Ew. The sound effects, just pull that together so nicely. Jerks. Well, that's a good first sign. No, righty then. Hey, look, a lever. Pull with F. And burn a corpse. Joy. Disposal note. Secrecy is still important in our work requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower caverns, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Ew. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolidation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Fomerus hues. Well, that makes me feel all sorts of warm and fuzzy inside. Hey, look, skeleton. And 7 gold. A whopping 7 gold. Although to be fair, I'm surprised a skeleton has that in the first place. A rusty sword. That's also a good sign. I need to equip this. It looks ancient! Oh, this is going to be a very embarrassing escape from death. I'm going to hit someone with this rusty sword and it's going to snap in two.
They're all over. Run!
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Well, that's lovely. Another good sign. Break it! 12 gold! Do I get more from this? Cool! Oh. Come here, you giant nasty rat. God. Owie! Obviously my depth perception is off a bit.
Stay away!
Another one of you. That's lovely. Whoever's invading doesn't seem to feel too rushed. They're just sort of walking after him. Child of dust being the mortal kind. Anything that dies. Since Fae technically don't. Nope, I've got other things to do, like smash barrels and get money.
You! Up there, please help me! Please!
Oh, come here.
There's a fifth more mortal scum!
Come here! I want to say hi! With a sword to the face. Get away from me. You too. Die. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come a long way. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
I'm just going to say she's kind of in shock. I'm sorry, I'm not dead.
No, clearly not anymore. But you were. The Well of Souls remade your body. We thought you were another failure, but the well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you.
Hughes? Who?
Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
But, who are the attackers?
Oh my, you don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deo, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here.
Okay, what is the Well of Souls?
The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
Okay, sure.
We get this going, and we can be on our way.
Let's just loot these bodies.
Right this way.
And equip that. So I have some protection, though apparently not on my legs. What else did he give me? This, which I believe you can map to the radial. The radial is something that you can pull up wherever you are by pressing tab, I believe. Oh yeah, thanks for letting me go first. Although I suppose it makes sense, I do have a rusty, soon-to-be-broken sword. Makes perfect sense. Have any more money hidden in these boxes that I obviously need to smash instead of just open up and search? No? Nothing? Though there is a sparkly object I see. Oh, whoa. Might have to turn down sensitivity. I keep looking at the ceiling when I just mean to have it a balanced, sorry, a level view. Old boots, hey! Now I won't step on any rusty nails. Or at least they won't. Oh, these are the rogue items. Sorry. Items that are specific to different, fighting styles have different bonuses.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
You must be so proud.